Okay. It says that we are alive. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys very much for coming back and joining me on the stream. Take it easy this morning. All right. It's going to be a good day. It's going to be a good day. We had a good morning and everything is all good in the hood. Hey guys, check this out. Thank y'all very much for whoever joins in here. Please do me a favor and smash that subscribe button. Hit that thumbs up button. Help me grow this YouTube channel. Also, guys, this is all for free, right? I want to thank My Flash Funding today. They are giving me a free $10,000 account to give away. So thank you guys very much for letting me give this account away for my viewers. Help grow the page. I dearly appreciate that. And yeah, no one's on the chat just yet, so we're gonna chill for just a minute. Let some people come on in. Get a drink of this coffee right here. Get a drink of the old cafe. Let's see. Let's go to the connect here. Let's go to the connect. And let's just throw out some I am lives. Okay, let's go to the tellies as well. Make that challenging out. Let's LFG. What up, Fire Punch? Thank you very much for joining in. Let me copy this real quick. We're just getting started. So let's wait for a couple of people to get in here. And then we'll start up. We'll get to rocking and a rolling. Let's minimize all of this jazz. And let's get back to StreamYard. Ty with the Wicks. What up? Rice? What up, Mr. Wicks? Thank you guys very much for joining in. I do appreciate it. A few minutes late. I was thinking about 7:30-ish. But my daughter came in this morning and wanted to color. So I broke out the markers and we colored in her Baby Shark coloring book. So that's why I'm a few minutes late. But at the end of the day, coloring with my daughter is more important than doing a live stream. So gotta have your priorities straight. Good morning, Chris. Okay, guys. So there's a few of us in here. Really, there's no news today. And so what up, DC? DC jumping in the chat. Thank you guys for being here. Whenever you guys jump in, just type something so I know who's in here. I give you guys a shout out. Do you appreciate it? Let's go ahead and share the screen then. Share screen right here. And in the words of Ace Ventura, all righty then. Okay, guys. So I called out a GJ trade last night. And what I was doing was obviously playing this area and the magical 61.8 Fibonacci. Well, I also said I wasn't pulling a full percentage, and I pulled like a 0.5% on this trade, and it looks like I'm probably going to lose this trade. It is what it is. We do have divergent, though. I mean, see how this high is here, right? His high is with this low, and then we had localized divergent, and then now it's still pushing up, and it's still below that. So, I mean, it could turn around any minute now. Perhaps it's going to wick the 78.6. My stop loss is right at the 78.6. Maybe it would behoove me to move it up just a few pips, but again, I'm not in the business of moving my stop losses, so we might lose that one there. What else are we in? We're in UCHF. I call him Chef. Hey, look, there we go. All right, this is also a trade that I think I called out on Sunday when we did the markup. Okay, and we said that it was at the top here. It came down, and it's setting up a good bottom. So when it sets up these bottoms like this, what up, Ty? That fib is a bat, dude. I love these fibs, bro. These fibs are on point. This is the liquidity. Dude, okay, let me take a break here. Let me just talk to you guys 1 second. Look, dude, here's the deal. If you can figure out and you back test and you get good at doing fibs, okay, you get good at looking at Elliott waves and figuring out where the market. So the process needs to be big time frame, look at the overall picture, look at where the fibs are. All right. Then come down. What up, Rube? Come down off of that and figure out where the market needs to go on the internal structure. right? And then you line that up with where is the liquidity? Where does the market want to go to hunt, right? So the market's doing hunting or consolidating. It's only doing two things. It's either hunting or it's consolidating. Where does it need to go to hunt to get money? If you can combine those three things, bigger fibs, look at the internal structure where it needs to hunt, and you line those three things up, you it becomes so much better for you. And so I'm going to share my screen again, but I wanted to say that, right? Let me present this again. Share screen, entire screen, right? So let's do this. Look, on this one, if we come back out to the 8 hour, right? So we look at the overall fib. The market is selling off. Okay. The market is selling off. So if we're looking for sells because the market is selling, this then is internal structure. We wait for the internal structure to finish. We look at where the fib zone is. Okay. We also see that there's an order block. There's candles here. It broke, it retested, and broke. This whole area, you could say, is kind of like the area that led to this big sell off. All right. So let me delete some of this stuff and clean this up. So I'm not saying that this strategy is 100% dead nuts all the time, because no strategy is. But I mean, look, if this is the swing marker, this is the turnaround spot. It retraced. So this is where we want to see liquidity being grabbed. This is like the last bit. We do not want to see this being broken because that's a swing marker. If that gets broken, then we're switching it and we're now bullish. So our strategy would be to play that this area here will not get broken, that this area here will get retested. Okay. So we use the fibs to find that. We use the internal structure, right? And then we fib the internal structure to see where the turnaround points are. It's literally right on the 61.8. It's right there, perfect. As you guys know, I like to fib the second leg. First leg, second leg, third leg. I like to fib the second leg. Now, my boy Stefano, he likes to do a trend-based Fibonacci extension. So he'll start here, first leg, and bring it down to the bottom of the second leg, and then he looks for his extensions that way. So I'm not a trend-based Fibonacci extension person, but there it is right there. I mean, it lines up almost perfectly like the 61.8 did. So just choose your poison. Maybe there's something on this strategy that doesn't match for you, which is perfectly okay, as long as you understand how the fibs work and how the internal structure works and how the RSI works and how order blocks work. Then put your own sauce on it. You know what I mean? Like, do what's best for you, because not everyone's strategy works for you, and not everyone's strategy works for me. But there's that strategy, and there it is on UChef, right? On UJ. Now, so the UJ is a different story, because I said when we took this UJ trade that it was sketchy as shit. We shouldn't be taking it, but I took it anyways because R&R is so high. So I just put my stop loss right above these swing areas, and it looks to me like it's starting to reject, which is good, right? So we're in small amount of profit. The more times it touches this, the more times it's likely to break. And so, again, I don't like this trade, but if you do see how much Wix, how much it pulled off each time, right? So I mean, if we can catch that and we could catch some of these wicks, I mean, okay, I'm good for that, right? I'll protect and I'll take a partial and we go. Again, it's not my favorite type of trade. That's not really my strategy. Maybe I should be more disciplined and be a better YouTuber and sticking to what my plan is. But on the flip side of things, um, look at every time it's touched this. So this is what some people would call the wedge, right? Touched here. So if this is a wedge, right? This is the top. This is the wedge, and you're expecting it to do one of these. Whoop. So again, I'm not a trend line trade taker, but I always tell people if I was to take a trend line trade, this would be the setup that I'd want to take, because it's getting close now, and then break and go. Because the smaller this area is here, the more I like it. All right. I'm not taking a trend line trade right here, because look at the gap. Look at how much pips that is in between. I'm not taking that trend line trade. but I do like it when it gets into this area here. So I'm willing to take it there, hoping for one of these, knowing that it might not. It might do one, something like this and then go, right? So I'm in the trade. I didn't over risk. It's all good. And I think those are the only ones I'm in. Did I take a GJ? I did take a GJ, right? Yeah, that's what we did. So we'll just double check GJ since we're here. And it's probably going to hit these extensions. So, I mean, really, if you want to play the strategy, you would be taking, well, this is a bullish market. So, no, you wouldn't. You'd want to wait till this got down here to buy. But if you look at internal structure, there is a sell there. Because if you think about it, sell, let me do this damn paint tool, sell, right? Consolidation. Okay. This would then be liquidity here and here. And so you're waiting for it to break liquidity, get into our fib zone, and then turn around and sell. And it wants to hunt then this liquidity. All right. It want to hunt that liquidity. So I just got into the trade probably too early. I'm not a huge GJ trader. And I was playing the 61.8 and I probably lost, but my strategy says to play it right here. So I'm just in too early and I haven't decided if I'm going to re-enter or not. I'm definitely not going to do this, right? I'm not going to do that because that I would be over leveraging at my point, but because I leveraged for this many pips, right? That was my 0.5%. And so if I do this, I'm into 2 or 3%. I'll just have to wait for this thing to settle back out and get back in it. So I haven't made that decision yet. But anyways, yeah, I'm in drawdown at the 61.8. It's all good. I did not over leverage knowing the situation. So again, you don't have to take a full whack at it, right? You don't have to take a full 1% or 2% or 3%, whatever it is, on every trade. And this is a perfect example. I'm going against the trend. I'm at this 61.8. It's not the smartest trade in the world. I took a small percentage for a bigger gain. It was like a 5-1 or something. Let's get into the big boys. Let's get into the meat and potatoes. Dirtiest of 30. So we're still in profit. So I mean, like, what's crazy is I started doing these live trades and started going, being more active on YouTube. And ever since then, the market has just been slow as shit in the morning times. It seems like sometimes we can get a market, but every time I get into a trade, it's a 2 or 3 day trade. It just takes so long to play out that it's kind of making for bad TV, if you will. But I mean, we are up, 300 pips. So for most people, 300 pips on US 30 is like they've never had 300 pips in their life. So I mean, if that's you and you hit a 300 pip, then go for it. Take your profit, leave a runner. But if we look at the real, if we look at 88.6 entry, and now we put our stop loss where it would have been, and now we're taking profit. Let's say right here, right now, you're only at a 1-to-1 trade, right? So a lot of the gurus and a lot of the mentors say, you have to hold for a higher RR, and they wouldn't be wrong, and they're not wrong. The reason why is because sometimes you need to have these big trades really hit. Time for the 33. Yeah. Sometimes you need to have these big trades really hit to keep your account up. So in this situation, I'm willing to say, look, if this breaks even, oh, well, at least I had a free chance to go to the batting cages and I got to bat for free, right? And if it breaks, guys, then we're bullish because honestly, if it breaks this and then it breaks this guy, then that's break of structure and we are now looking for sells. But I do see the 3-wave push down 1, 2, 3. And so I don't think it's going to break. I mean, this is the strategy and it's not 100% perfect, but this is it, man. There is the push up. All right. As you can see, here's the order block that led to this gigantic push. So we're retesting this order block, which is also inside of our fib zone. Okay. And we're also oversold on the RSI and we're divergent right here. This is lower than this is. So that is the strategy 100% right there. So as a trader, our job is to apply our strategy the best we can. And hopefully the market works out. And that's what we've done. So if it wins, I'm stoked. If it doesn't, then oh well, back to the batting cages. I'm holding TP1 for this area here because really this should set a all new high. we're hoping it sets all new high, but I'm going to TP1 up here at this liquidity. And then, that is a 4-to-1 trade, a little more than 4-to-1 trade. I'll close out half here and I'll leave the other half to hit this extension up here. And basically the same thing on NASDAQ. All right. Guys, I want to remind you guys, while we have some people in here, we've got 8 people. Hey, make sure you guys please subscribe to my YouTube. I don't sell signals. I don't have a paid course. I don't do any of that jazz. All I do is just YouTube. And if I get 500 people subscribed with a bunch of watch hours, then they'll start paying me. So pay me for my time and for all this good stuff. That's why I'm doing it, right? I don't need you guys' money. I'll take YouTube's money. Ha. So please do me a favor and subscribe. And again, this is just for education. This is not for financial advice. So I was watching a video the other day of one of my mentors, and he was looking at these daily candles and looking at these wicks and trying to figure out, he's better at that than I am. I haven't spent much time doing that. I'm more of a look at the market and a Fibonacci person than he is. But again, you just take a nugget from him and figure out. So he was saying like, oh, this is the last sell candle. And this is before these were printed. I'm just looking and thinking about what he was saying, but this would be the area that he was targeting there. And sure enough, it fucking hit perfect off of that candle. Anyways, that's not here nor there. Okay. NASDAQ is obviously bullish. Let's get in here and look at the flow. Okay, so we have clean bottoms, right? This is liquidity. One of these days, this is going to get taken out. I just don't know if it's here right now. So what we're going to do is the same thing. We're going to play this as the swing. All right. We're going to see that it came back up, it got retested, and then it took off. Okay. So I want to say that this is really the order block. This is the last bit of sell candles that are left over before it shot off. Okay. So let me delete this and come in here just a little bit closer. So if we think about this, people put in sell orders right there. This is what I like to think about. People are selling this whole area. Sell, 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 sell. Okay. And then engulf and go. Right. So this whole area right here is people that had sell orders in that this market has not came and retraced to let them out of their positions. They're still in drawdown. So I like to take this order block. This is my gain fam. And I like to draw the gain fam across the page like that. Okay. This line in the middle is 50% of the gain fan. So one of my very, very early mentors, when I did not know anything about anything, would always say that it wants to come back and get at least 50% of that. So I've drawn a 50% in the middle of my gain fan. Right? That 50% lies in the middle of our buy zone, 78.6, 88.6 buy zone. Now, this just helps me. It's just one extra confirmation. Here is, you could call it a fair value gap. You could call it I call it virgin candles. These sell candles are virgin and they haven't been taken. Okay. And so I want to see these guys get hit. This is also the fair value gap if you're a fair value gap person, but that's another story. So I draw those out. I consider that my order block, even though it's not the cleanest order block. This would be a much cleaner order block where it's consolidated and then the market took off. So therefore, there's a shit ton of buys put in right there, right? I mean, look at how the market shot off. So this is banks loading up on buys, and there it went. Okay, so that had to get breaking, but that's at the 61.8. And so then we'll look at these virgin sell candles over here. So that's also a target. That target is inside my buy zone. Again, we're looking to buy because we're going with the market. And we had the completion. It's not the cleanest Elliott wave, but there's one. Okay, came back up. I guess you could say that's the second. And there's a third, right? So it had a completion of the Elliott wave. And if we fib the second leg, which is right here, we draw that over. It's not the perfect on the 236. It's not perfect, but it's hitting it. Perhaps you could dial this Fibo in to where it broke, and it's still not perfect, but you get the idea. It's in the area of take profit. What I'm more concerned with is, did these people who took this trade right here, did they hit profit? Okay. Did that hit profit? And the answer was yes. It hit the extension, a little bit over the extension, but we have confirmation that at least those people have, and that's 100% DAC days. That's also college always told me this. If you're looking for a reversal, did these people Were they able to hit profit? And if the answer is no, then the market's not done. Second leg, yeah. Yeah, I don't use trend base because look, if you're doing a trend base, you're really just taking the first Fibonacci, right? So let's look at this trend base Fibonacci. Okay, now let's watch. Now draw this. Draw a fib from here to there, the exact same places. Okay, now we grab that fib and now we move it. All you're doing is just moving the fib from this one to the second one. See how this zero this lines up this one? All you're doing is taking that fib and just moving it to the next spot. So that's why I'm not huge on it, because it's just the same fib. Right? Let me and then you move it right there. And so the extension here is, see this 236? I have it 2.7, so I have a little bit different, but the 61.8, the 61.8, it's the same. So you're not drawing a new fib. That's the point that I'm trying to get across here. Is you're just taking that fib and just moving it. So there's really there's no difference doing that and then doing this. Okay? So I don't do that. I consider each move its own entity, right? So I draw the fib on the actual second leg, and then I look for the TP there, right? And that second leg did hit TP, so now we're good for reversal. There's the third leg consolidation, RSI oversold, and divergent at the same time, right? So look here, and divergent there. Okay. So what does our strategy say? Our strategy says we're trying to buy with the momentum. Check. That's one. Our says we look for the swing marker. Two, we draw the fib, right? We're in our buy zone. That's two. We have divergent. There's three. Oversold. Four. Liquidity, which is here and here. Five. Elliott wave. Six. All right. We've got six confluences to take that trade. Now, I'm sure if we get a little saucier, we could probably find one or two more, but you get the point. Okay. So when you have six confluences, man, you just fucking pull the trigger and say, hey, I'm willing to risk it for the biscuit on that one. Willing to risk it for the biscuit. All 7 people in here, thank you guys very much for doing it. Okay. Let's just go ahead and give this 10K account away. All right. Let's do this right now. So check it out, guys, at 8 o'clock. First things first, you have to be subscribed to the YouTube channel. And if you want to subscribe to the Twitter and the Instagram, do that. I don't really give a shit about those two, to be honest with you. I'm trying to build YouTube. And then the second thing is I want to make this completely fair to everyone. I don't want the people who've been here trading with me the longest to have some sort of advantage over this. So I'm going to ask a completely random question. And hopefully you guys have seen the Price is Right. This is my Price is Right question. Whoever is closest to the answer but does not go over the answer will win the 10K account. All I need is your name and your email address. So the question is, how old am I? All right. Put it in the comments how old you think I am. Whoever's the closest without going over wins the 10K account. Completely not fucking trading related. And I think it's more fun that way, personally. Hopefully you guys don't throw like fucking 50s and 60s in there. I got a couple gray hairs. All right, I know there's 9 people in here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 answers. Let's see if anybody else wants to answer. Hey, thank you guys very much for being here, man. I do truly appreciate the community, and I do appreciate you guys joining. And to be honest with you, I love doing this because it helps me keep my game in check, right? It helps me if I'm talking about trading, then it helps me become a better trader, and it helps me remember my P's and my Q's, and simple shit like on the GJ trade that I didn't need to take, but I took anyways. Shit like that. GJ didn't probably hit stop loss. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. So it looks like everyone has had a chance to win, get in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've had 7 people, 9. I'm sure the other person's probably my mom or some shit watching. Okay, so it looks like Ty with the Wix is the winner because I am indeed 44 years old. So Ty with the Wix, you are the winner. Thank you very much. You're the first one. Guys, I'm going to be doing this every week. They're giving me 3 a month. All right. So on now I would have done this yesterday on big news days, but I think I've got to go. I don't want to say out of town, but I've got to go somewhere tomorrow morning. So I'm not going to be here tomorrow to live trade. So I did it today. But in the weeks go, yeah, let's go, Ty. Uh, in the weeks to come, I will give you guys a heads up, just like I did. I will wait for one of the days that has like a bigger news day, like where the volume is going to be there. We'll live trade. We'll hopefully hit something. Today, we're really doing jack squat. I mean, we could review the trades that I took and we could review the strategy, but the UJ trade is going to take days to play out. These U chef trades, these are like swing positions. I'm not even trying to trade these on the hourly. I'm really trading these on the daily. So if you guys have got in the on the U chef trade, I mean, this is what we're really looking for, right? We're looking for this, and that could take a month. And the same thing for the UJ. I mean, we're hoping for a shit ton of pips and come down and retest this trend line. So I mean, we're looking for bunch. So yeah. So Ty, I don't know if I'm sure you're probably on the Discord or on the Telegram, whatever. Just send me a DM on whatever social media that you're involved with me, and I will send your information over. So also to get with me, and I'll share the link to the My Flash Funding Discord. So you're a part of their Discord. If any of you guys else, let me just show the Discord real quick. If you guys want to be part of the My Flash Funding Discord, it's obviously free to sign up. And so yeah, that's them DMing me, telling me how to get the 10K account. So sure, 10K. Just send their name and their emails, right? So, but you could come over here and you could see all their stuff. You can see their payouts and their discounts, blah blah blah. General trading chat. So if you guys want a link to this, hit me up and I'll send you a link to that. You mentioned UJ. What was your stop loss? Yeah, let's look at that real quick. UJZ. So here, dude. Okay, first of all, I don't like this trade. This is not something I want to do, but I'm just doing it because the R is there. You see the tops? You see the tops, right? I do not play triple tops. Normally, I do not do this. Again, this is me. I don't know if I'm just bored or if I'm just being fucking risky, whatever. My stop loss is 152.055. Just 152 ish. No, 152 would be right here. So 152.05. Yeah. And I was just basically what I did is I just draw an orange line right here at the top, and I just arbitrarily just picked a stop loss. It had no rhyme or reason. I guess we could say that maybe this is the reason why. Okay, there you go. Let's do that then. 152.063. At least we have some sort of Fibonacci 10% based on that, right? And so let's target for TP1. You could target the extension 150.543. We'll label that as TP1 right there. And we'll try that. And let's do TP1. And if we hit that, it'll be does that say 15 to 1 R&R? Fuck. No, okay, no, that's not right. That's all right. Sorry. Fucking take profits in the wrong spot. My eyes were watering. That was fucking hilarious. Yeah, so we're looking at a 4 point. I mean, basically a 5 to 1, 4.8 to 1, right? So at a 5 to 1 R to R, I'm willing to take it, even though I do not like this trade. All right. And the same thing with the GJ trade. If I was being smart, I would have waited for the 78.6 entry. So if you guys haven't entered GJ, now it's not the worst time in the world. But I would then suggest you put your stop loss up here, which is a much larger stop loss, and then you want to target this down here. So I mean, you're looking at a 3 to 1, but you do have a clear target below. I mean, you do have confidence this is going to come down below because of this liquidity down here, and the liquidity up here has been taken, and you're playing the second leg of the retracement, right? So if we do this, this is the first leg. This consolidation doesn't count. This is the pullback, and now you're looking for the second leg. All right, and maybe even you could say that that's the first leg pullback, second leg, but that's not true because it broke, right? So yeah, you're really just playing the this would then be the second leg. And so you'd want to hit that extension down here. So if you haven't entered GJ, now's not the worst time. I don't know if I'm in it or not. Did it break me out? No, it hasn't broken me out of it. So I'm still in GJ, but I'm in like, drawdown. But I am up almost 4% on the count. So no big deal. Okay, guys. Do you guys have any more questions? I think we're done for the day. I thank y'all very much though for stopping by. Thanks for My Flash Funding again for giving us the 10K accounts. If you guys need more info on the My Flash Funding, if you come over here to if you come to the dot card, right? So when you come to my dot card, this is what you see: YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. Here it is. So click right here on My Flash Funding. That's my referral link to get you guys in there, and then make sure you to apply the discount, whatever discount they have going. And right now, I think it's like 25%, but that expires today. Don't worry, because they're always going to fucking put up a new one. You see, they're always doing discounts of some percent, 30%, 22, 25. April 9th. So today is the last day for 25. Then there might be a couple day gap and they'll throw out another one. So there's always some sort of discount. So dude, if you guys are a new trader, right? Let me get back to this. Let's say that you guys are taking losses and give me 1 second on that chat right there. Where did you learn Elliott Wave from? Well, I mean, I don't know, man. To be honest with you, I can't give you a straight answer on that. There is a book out that I'm going to buy here pretty soon that gets deeper into Elliott Waves, but the Elliott Wave is basically 3-wave, right? There's two things that I was learning. One of them is my background here, as you can see, which is the Wyckoff. Okay, you hear me talk about Wyckoff a lot. I don't necessarily always trade the Wyckoff pattern, but I do understand it. And then Elliott Waves, right? Those are the two major patterns that people trade and that I use. It's just 3 legs. I mean, the Elliott Waves is a 3-leg push. I measure the second leg, see where the TP is, and that's a 3 push, and then that's where reversal's at. And you could use that. It's the same thing with on trend lines. Like once you see a third touch on a trend line, the possibilities of that trend line breaking are starting to get higher, right? So once you have a third touch on here, maybe you have a retracement, then it's going to break after that. So the 3 is the magic number, if you will. 3 is definitely the magic number when it comes to divergence for me as well on the smaller time frames. If you guys ever trade with me, I look for the third touch. So for this to turn around on GJ, I've got 1 touch, I've got 2 touch. I fully expect this to do this and then break off. Third touch. And then at the same time, this would be the third touch on there. 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch, and then go. Right? So 3 is the magic number. That goes all the way back to old, what's it, Sesame Street. 3 is the magic number. You guys got me sidetracked on what I was talking about. I think I was talking about the dot card and the dot card, right? So anyways, yeah, My Flash Funding. You guys know Pip Connect, Bored Ape, and here's 2 more: a free telly and a free free Telegram, free Discord. I totally lost track on what I was talking about before that fucking question popped up. But anyways, guys, thank y'all very much for being here. I do appreciate it. There's not a whole lot of action going on today because of no news. Tomorrow will be the day. Let me do this. Let me make this big and then stop sharing. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Please hit the like button, the subscribe button, the thumbs up, all that good stuff. I do appreciate y'all guys being here. If you have any questions, please hit me up. And if you have like a certain question about something, let me know. I might just make a video just to answer your question. All right, guys. Have a good day. We'll see you maybe not tomorrow, but probably on Thursday. All right. Peace.